Paul from Jones Physical Therapy. I'm here with Liz Durham, who recently came to our clinic in Hammond with a problem with her hip. So thank you for talking to us today, Liz.
No problem.
Can you tell us something about when you noticed you had a problem?
Yeah, I thought about it. It was December 2016 and it was the Christmas season. So it was probably November, December, and I was Christmas shopping and I noticed my knee I keep on popping my knee. And then it gradually went into my hip area, and so it really, really hurt. I knew that I needed to get off of my leg, after shopping, buying presents. By the end of the day, I was in a lot of pain, and I knew I had to stay down for a couple days. And I'm a walker around the university system, and that's how I get my exercise, and I couldn't do it anymore. I mean, I was in a lot of pain, and you'd think I'd go to the doctor, but I waited probably 5 to 6 more months because I would lay off of it, start walking again, the pain would come back. So I kept on doing the crazy train,
Mm-hmm. So when did you decide to go see the doctor?
Probably about, I'd say May 2017 is when I went to the doctor to go and find out what was going on. So I went to a hip specialist in the Baton Rouge region. A really nice guy, I liked him a lot. And he ended up telling me that I had actually a tear in my labrum and I had full thickness of my cartilage missing. And he said that I was looking at a hip replacement surgery, which really scared me because the reason why I walked in the first place and was so committed to keeping myself in shape is because when I was younger, I've had 2 back surgeries. And I knew that I wanted to do whatever I could to keep myself from ever having another back surgery. So I found myself in a catch-22. I didn't know what to do at this point.
Tell us about your initial consultation with physical therapy.
Well, the initial consultation was really not even for my hip at that point. I just kept on staying on the crazy train for a few months and just trying to figure out what I was going to do. And so, and I kind of started gaining weight and I said, I have an issue here. And the next thing I knew, I hurt my shoulder. So then I hurt my shoulder to a point I found myself holding my arm and I said, okay, time out, you got to do something here. And I said, well, I think I'm just going to go see my brother-in-law. I can only eat so much ibuprofen or anti-inflammatories at that point, and it was the greatest thing I ever did for myself. I walked in, I made an appointment within days. I just called the office just like anybody else would do. And then you were there to help me at the Hammond location, assess what was going on. And the first day I was there, the massage therapist started working on my shoulder and found that it was locked up, and everybody started working on it, and I made an appointment to come back and start doing other therapy. And in the course of that, I said, I do have a problem with my hip, and told everybody about it. And so they started giving me hip exercises as well as the shoulder exercises. And within a week, I found myself feeling so much better that I was able to start walking again. And so I started going about 3 times a week. For about 3 weeks, I stayed really good with it. And for the record, that's really good for me because I'm not the most consistent person. And I stayed on that regimen. And then after about 3 weeks, I backed down to about 2 and stayed there for a little while. But you think what's so amazing to me about it is you're not really thinking that this exercise or what they're doing with you is going to make that much of a difference, but it did. My shoulder, I have absolutely no pain. They gave me exercises to continue at home, which I do. And I started swimming again, which is helping me. But I'm walking every day. I'm doing 3 miles a day. I have no pain afterwards. And I'm absolutely just blown away at the quality of life I was given back by just doing PT for about a month and a half consistently.
Wonderful. So you're not even thinking about surgery at this point?
Oh, no. No. I was being told I was going to have hip replacement surgery. And I was going to do whatever I could not to go down that route. And I really don't think I'll ever have to do it. A wise person said to me, once you get to our age, you're bound to have something wrong with you. And knowing about it is not always a great thing, But if you have a problem, try PT. I just can't sing the praises enough of how good I really feel. And being able to do the one thing I really truly love is walking every day. And they tell me about the hip replacement. They said you would have to, one of the options that you had for pain management was to get the injections in your hip. And I started doing that, and I did 2 rounds, and it did help, but the cost associated with that is exorbitant. And the cost associated with PT is much better.
Right.
And I've looked at the numbers. And you know, if for somebody who has a very, with the insurance industry and how much we're paying right now, I would really truly explore the PT route before the surgery route and the other ways. You have nothing to lose at that point.
Right. Great, thank you very much.
You're welcome.